Riley and Dan here. We're talking today about compound interest. Have you heard of it? Do you know what it is? What are your thoughts? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Most people that we talk to think, oh, I want compound interest. And in the right circumstances, I do as well. But let's talk about what that truly is. Compounding is traditionally known as you put money in an account and it grows over a 10, 20, 30-year time frame to a bigger number. That sounds good, but what's also happening is there's compounding of wealth eroding factors, things that can erode that wealth away. Mm-hmm. And a common example, I'm from the Midwest. I grew up in the country on basically not a farm, but pretty close. A stationary target is a lot easier to hit than a moving one. I'm not a hunter. Dan, you are. Is that true?
That's true.
Okay, so our dollars are the same way. If our dollars are staying stagnant in one account doing only one job, it's much easier for taxes, inflation, fees, volatility to erode those dollars. We want our dollars moving constantly. Mm-hmm. And the last thing I'll give an example of before I kick this to Dan is what do banks do? If compound interest is so good, why don't banks do it? Because they don't. They don't leave their money sitting in one account doing one job for 30 or 40 years. They get their money moving constantly. They're constantly lending it out to somebody else. So compound interest, when used appropriately, can be a very, very powerful tool. But we have to know what's going on in the entire financial picture.
Yeah, I would say go back to our model, right? We just want to test it, right? And maybe you're going, Dan, what are you talking about, right? How is compound interest a bad thing? It's not a bad thing, okay? It's better than nothing. It's better than not making money. But to Riley's point, I want you to go think of a term called velocity of money. How can we make $1 over time perform multiple incomes for you? So let's maybe set the target for compound income streams, right? That's pretty cool, right? What if you could wake up and $1 is paying you 5 ways in the next 10 years? Doesn't that lower your risk? What if one of them goes out? What if one of them's not having a good day, right? Whereas compound interest is this idea of leave it alone and just continue to compound. But if you've ever invested in the markets or your 401k or anything, does it always just go up? It leaves you at risk, and over time you're at risk of losing money. So all we want to do is test it, open your eyes, think of some ways to think differently, because the wealthiest people in the world, they really don't use a lot of compound interest. They increase and multiply income streams. Love to have a conversation. If this is interesting at all, just DM us, hit us up. We're not going to charge you for our time. We love to educate people, and you can decide for yourself. So let us know. Thanks.